Okay. That's never happened before. Okay. All right. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear me okay. I'm having some. Hi, Andy. It's having some internet issues, so I don't know why this is not. Sorry. I can't get it to work. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Becky. I can't get my second camera to work tonight for some reason. It has sound and it shouldn't. Okay. Is it still doing it? All right. I don't know why all of a sudden it's. All right, bear with me 1 second. All right, we're just going to forget the second camera. We're just going to go without it tonight. It took me too long to get on here because I was having internet problems. I had to go unplug it. So we don't need the second camera. You're just going to have to look at my face. I can't get it to work, and I don't know why. Let me see if I can re-invite myself. How is everyone? Are you guys going to be working on anything with me tonight? You hanging out? What are you doing? Okay, I will be right back. 2 seconds. Right, Lisa? It's not alive if it doesn't give you tech issues. I know. Why? I appreciate you hanging with me while I work through this. How was everyone's Tuesday? Sometimes I think, how is it only Tuesday? All right, I think we're going to be good now. I promise I'm coming. Okay, I should not hear all that echoing. Okay. All right, friends. Hello, Giovanna. How are you? Becky says it is yucky and raining. Becky is in Kentucky. It's been yucky and rainy here too in Indiana. So I feel you. I feel you. Okay. All technical issues are worked out. We're up and running. Today in Arizona, but rain for the next couple of days. Lisa says it's hard getting back to the normal at work after the holidays. Everyone wants it now because they left it undone 2 weeks ago. Yes. Yes, I hear that. Okay. I'm so happy to be back on my lives. Giovanna is in Italy. We have a snow day with branches breaking and having to save the car. Oh, wow. That's scary. We haven't had that heavy of a snow in a while. I'm going to be working on my Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt. This one is Under the Sea. I have the Marina colorway, which is a batik fabric. Thank you, Andy. Can you tell me if the closed captions are on? I turned them on and I had Sean double check me, but I don't know if I get it right. I can't see the closed captioning. So here's the colorway. And I went ahead and I got everything laid out for myself in the hopes that I could get both clues done tonight. So I have my design boards. All right, so I'm working on, okay, dang it all. I really thought I had it turned on too. I can't fix it now. So I apologize to anyone who needs closed captionings. It was turned on and I even had Sean check it, but I don't think I'm doing it right. So I'm doing clue 5. Inside of the clue 5 bag, there was a little gift, a little tape measure with the Cotton Cuts logo on it. I love these kind of tape measures. And then I love these for when you're like just to carry in your purse if you're going to the quilt shop or something. Let me adjust this camera real quick. There we go. Oh my gosh, Giovanna, it's 1 a.m. there. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for being on. So yes, I love those. So that was in the clue 5 as a little gift. So that I might put that in my purse or in the car just so I know I have one on me. Okay. So I'm working on clue 5 and clue 6. My kit is Under the Sea Puzzle Mystery Quilt. I did size small. I think there's a small and a large. I went ahead and got my pieces together. So this is all, these 2 boards are clue 5. And then these 2 boards are clue 6. I'm really concentrating right now on getting all my whips finished. This isn't necessarily the whips. This is like kind of a long-term project. However, I have probably somewhere between 7 to 10 quilt tops that need quilted. So that's what I'm kind of working on, trying to make sure I get my quilt tops finished. Becky says, Mom always carried one in her purse. Yes, that's where I get my smarts from. It's from Aunt Marcella. Becky is actually my cousin who her mom and my mom were sisters. Yes, I really love these. And I will tell you what I did was, like, I just bought this at the Dollar Tree, and then you can cut it up however size you want. But for my sides, I used a 2-inch, I used a jelly roll strip, and then I did a decorative stitch. You can't see it. And then I did a decorative zigzag stitch to close it, and then that's what I hot glued on. I actually have a really large one that I use when I do in-person classes. So we're going to work on this tonight. So we're going to do B and D together. So is anybody else sewing along with me, or are you just hanging out? I got to make 4 of these. I get a little confused on these cotton cuts when I'm doing them live, so I thought I better lay it out first ahead of time. Andy on here. Hi, Melissa. Thanks for hopping on. Andy from True Blue Quilts and I did my first clue together, and I can't tell you how many times I had to rip out. And Andy and I are actually doing the same colorway in this. Yeah, it was kind of funny. I'm like, I guess I couldn't talk and sew. Becky's just hanging out. Are you cuddling with Cookie right now, Becky? This one's a little wrinkly. I have my little work area over here with my iron. I love to have a nest. I'm not sewing, just listening to you and whatever my hubby is talking about. Yes, you are good. Cuddling with her new puppy, Cookie. She's a cutie pie. Hi, Sean. How are you? I'm just talking to you. Doesn't sound like I got my closed captionings turned on. So I'm not doing something right. I'll have to look at that again before next week. I plan on getting back into my weekly lives on Tuesdays, just to sit and stitch, I find it helps me stay on track and actually get more things done when I do it. So I like getting on here. I'm hanging out, waiting for volleyball practice to end and wishing I was in my sewing room right now. Right? I feel you there, Melissa. Sometimes when I'm working from home, I'll like take a break and I'll like scroll my phone or TikTok or YouTube, and I'm like, oh, people are in their sewing room right now and I'm working. Andy says having a quick bite of dinner before going to my guild meeting. Well, that sounds fun. I still have not gotten into a guild. I did put this up backwards. I try to keep this going the other way so I can actually see what fabric is what, because I forget. So I need E on top of C. I really love this C print. I love the floral of this one. I have not done a lot with batiks, but I'm really loving this. I just like the structure of the fabric. Oh, I bet Andy. Yeah, Andy just did, I think she did Clue 6 last week on her Wednesday live. And I was like, oh, yes, I got to get those done. I kind of forgot about them because I've had a lot going on, and then I had some medical things, so I wasn't really like doing a lot of sewing. Two and a half hours. Well, Melissa, you're going to have to pack a machine for that long. Doing a hand quilting, that's what I would be doing. I'm actually starting a long-term project. It's a Lori Holt project. So I'm going to start taking that to work on cutting out all my interfacing pieces. And once I get all those cut and prepped, then I will start on my fabric prep. I was really worried I wouldn't be able to go on with all the internet issues tonight. I'm also almost finished my first whip of the year. I got to finish the binding. I was doing that before I went on. I'm not going to show it yet because I might turn this one into a class, this quilt. I might do a free online class with this one, so I'm not sure yet. All right, so I got to make 4 of these, 4 of those, and then put them together. I don't have that lined up very well. I think it sounds like it might be raining right now. That's okay. That helps build character, Melissa. It'd be okay. Or, you know, a lot of cars have outlets anymore. You can sit in the car. Bring a little fold-up TV. You know, I love TV trays. So you could bring you a little TV tray. Oh, my goodness. Oh, she probably would not like that. But we don't see a problem with it. All right, so now I'm going to press back to D. That's fine. I take a lot of projects to work and work on my lunch when I got a project going. I need to get a new EPP project going. I like to have slow stuff like that to do. Which one is E? This one. I like to have slow hand projects to do when I'm, you know, I just don't feel like getting in the sewing room and working on prepping fabric. Or so I like this Cotton Cuts too, because it's like already cut and I can just, it's nice to have something to come into right after work and be like, oh, I can just go sit and sew and not have to think about it. That's a good idea too, Andy. Take a knitting. I did start crocheting too, so I do take that sometimes to work too. Okay. So we're going to take these 2 units and we're going to put them together. We're going to put E, C, and then D and B. Oh, that's so fun, Melissa. I love that. Yeah, my granddaughter loves to quilt with sew and craft with me, so I need to get her in here more. Okay, so we're going to do this. Yes, I like Andy's comment. It's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Okay, we're going to do 2 like this and 2 like this. You got to pay attention, Amanda. It's not all the same. So yeah, I'm trying to work on whips this year. Anybody set any quilting goals? Yes, that is very true, Andy. I do that when I work from home 2 days a week, usually. And if I don't have any appointments on my lunch, I will spend my whole lunch hour in my sewing room. I'll usually eat while I'm working. Eat while I'm working and then come in here and get some sewing done. I couldn't wait to get in here tonight after work. Okay, actually, I think I did all these right. I like to get in here in the morning before work too. Even if it's just to, like this morning, all I did was get in here and I sorted out clue 5. It just makes me feel better. You know what I mean? I just love a little bit of time in my room. I'm going to start 2 new projects, even though I'm a huge pile of UFOs. Oh, yes, I'll be on your Wednesday live. Andy goes Wednesday. I thought I got to do some back end work. I apologize. I thought I had Nightbot set up, but I am not 100% for sure. So I'm going to have to do some behind the scenes work, and I may have to get a hold of my buddy Sean to help me make sure I get some stuff done right. Okay, I want you to do C first. I need to get some stuff set up on the back end better. I will link Andy's channel and Sean's channel in the description of the video. Andy's live on Wednesday. Sean's usually live on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. on his channel with the guest a lot of times. And he does a weekly podcast on Sundays. Hi, Agnes. How are you? Thanks for hopping on. And I will have, I will put Andy and Sean in the video description when I get done. Hey, Becky, did you get your sewing room clean? I know you were working on that the other day. I started something new, which is the first year I've done it. I did a New Year's Eve sew on a Zoom. Let's see. Started at 8 p.m. and ended about, it was 2:30 when the last person got off, Kelly. It was so much fun. We had a blast. I got so much done. It was a lot of fun. I really appreciated the ladies getting on and hanging out. We had a lot of fun. So I'll probably continue that and do that again this year. It was just really fun. And I like the Zoom factor. There was quite a few ladies on that said they really prefer the Zoom. So that might be something I actually start offering as a monthly Zoom, just to sit and stitch. I love doing this. I think it helps us all kind of get some things done that we sometimes don't want to sit and do by ourselves, and you are working on getting more stuff done, I think. So I have so many whips. And hi, Deb. How are you? It's good to see ya. I used to be a pug mama, Deb. I miss our little pug. I love me a pug. I have a quilting planner that I got somewhere. And okay, so we're gonna do 2Ds. So I made a list of all my whips and then all my projects that I haven't even started yet. Oh my gosh, I have so many. I can't buy any more projects. Like I said, I got my first whip almost done. I got about 3/4 of the binding left tonight, and I'll get that done. And then I have my next quilt laying up here ready to prep the backing for. Oh my goodness, that's funny. I love it. I normally would be in bed that early. Melissa's asking if anyone else make the Riley Blake block that was released today for their challenge. I did not. I know myself. I can't take on any more challenges. So I'm not doing them because I signed up for the 2025 sweater weather quilt along again this year for 2025. I did it in 24. I didn't even start it. Deb's a pug mom for the 6th time. I know, they're so good. So good. I loved our little pug, Lulu. She was such a carrot. She had quite the little personality. I miss having a doggie. I feel like I have a cut on my arm. Sure, there were gunshots. Becky's a golden mom for the first time. My husband said there was fireworks going off New Year's Eve, but I didn't hear him in here. I was too busy sewing. I really like having this laid out ahead of time. This is going so much faster than normal. So does anybody have any big quilting goals for the year? That did not press very well. There we go. I would say mine's just to get all these whips done. I have so many quilt tops completed, just waiting to be quilted. And I try to quilt my own. That's why I bought the Janome M8. So I just got to get busy. Saw the fireworks from your window. Yeah, there's always a bunch of fireworks that go off around here. I said I really didn't hear them. I was too busy. I was probably too busy talking and sewing. Melissa, that's so good. I love that. Those ceramic geese are really popular right now. I've even seen people where you can have a desk geese. Desk. How would you even say that? A pet one on your desk. And they have like little outfits you can dress it and stuff. So you probably should get one of those. Ooh, nice, Andy. Andy has some new patterns she wants to publish. That's amazing. I have some things up my sleeve. I'll be on a oh, nice, Melissa. Melissa's already got it. She's like, I'm already ahead of you, girl. I got both. I love it. I think somebody in our office has one. I thought it was so funny. It's so cute. Okay. So this goes like this. This goes like this. I have fabric on my desk that absolutely. I'm a fabric mom of lots of fabric. Oh, that's a great idea, Andy. So I'm catching up on comments. Here was a holiday. Drink boiled wine in the square and burn a huge dummy. Andy says she has a pattern or two she would like to publish. That's exciting. Yes, Lisa, that definitely counts. We can be fabric moms. I love it. Andy might be doing a quilt along to celebrate. Oh, a patriotic one. Love. That's awesome. Yes, congratulations, Deb, on the subs. Take care, Giovanna. Thanks for hopping on. Good night. Sweet dreams. I forget what I was going to say. Of course. Oh, let's see. Oh, shoot. We're almost done with number 1. Oh, there it is. Might want to press the right fabric. Got to go get a few things done before going to bed. I watch a replay tomorrow. Thanks, Lisa, for hopping on. Good night. And I'll see you bright and early in Discord. Lisa, you get up before I do, girl, and I get up early. Lisa's always the first one chiming in. And I get up about 4:30. Well, between 4:30 and 5. I need to get up at 4:30 and get back into my getting in my little bit of a workout I can get in, and gotta get back up to that. I'm yawning. I think I'm going to sleep good tonight. I'm already feeling tired, but I want to get that quilt. After I get off of here, I want to get that quilt binding done. I can't believe how fast this time goes. Time flies when you're having fun with friends. So when you get home, Melissa, will you get time to sew later after practice? It did not cut very well. Okay. We almost have clue 5 done. Gotta go let the kids out to be. Okay, Becky. Let them kids out. Thanks for hopping on. Okay, so this goes like this. Mine are a little, I noticed they're always off just a hair, so I'm going to trim these up. Oh, I hope so too. I could not wait to get in here tonight. Like I just dream of it all day. I'm like, oh, I could really be home sewing. But I suppose I'll go make some money. Love you too, Becky. Tell Mitch I said hi. And I need to call you sometime so we can talk about, I want to do something for Mom's birthday. I call you. My mom's got a big birthday this year. She's going to be 80. Oh, she's going to be 80 in a little bit over a month. Okay. Don't wake him up then. Okay, that looks better. I'm just even these up. They're just, sometimes these triangles are just a little bit too big. Just giving a little trim. Okay. So, this and this. Oh, goodness gracious. Yes, it is. 80 is awesome. Especially with losing we lost my dad. He was only 61 when he passed away. So we're pretty grateful that Mom's going to be 60. Okay, so this two go on this side and these two on this side. Boy, this really helped laying those out like that. I love that. Yeah, so I'm trying to decide something fun to do for her. I am going to pin these just so I can get these seams nested up. Pin them in on my thumb. Don't pin your thumb. I don't recommend it. Let's do this one too. It's actually been pretty warm here in Indiana too. It's up in the almost 50 today. Personally, I love winter. I like the season, so I don't mind it when it's cold. I know a lot of people are like so excited when it gets warm again, but my thread's all twisted. I don't mind the cold. I like it when it snows. Especially when I could be home and it snows. That's my favorite. I just wish I could get snowed in sometimes, you know? I pretty much did stay home all weekend. And I love it. My work from home days are usually Thursday and Friday. So I always tell my husband, I'm like, I'm going to see if I can stay home all weekend. Sometimes mine is church, but sometimes I try to just hide at home. I think this Saturday, though, I'm going to go to my mom. My mom sews and quilts too, so it's in her blood. Becky and I always say it's in her blood because her mom sewed and quilt, our aunts, our grandma, everybody. Our one aunt taught me how to quilt by hand. So I think Mom and I are going to have a sewing day on Saturday out at her house. I think that's what we're going to do. I got plenty of things to work on. I'll probably take my FPP and work on it because it's already cut and prepped. So that way I can really concentrate and get some things done on that one. I want to get the Woven Star FPP done so that Oh, you're in Indy, Melissa? I didn't know that. Is that where you live or are you just like in town? I didn't know you were in Indy. Maybe I didn't. I forgot because, you know, I gotta pretend like we don't forget things at this age now. Just don't know what's happening. I gotta pretend like we remember everything. Ooh, that looks nice. I am pleased with my nesting. Yeah. I am listening from the office here in California. I had fun on New Year's Eve Zoom. Hi, Martha. Yes. Okay, I have to tell you, Martha. Oh, that's awesome, Melissa. I guess I didn't realize you were in Indy. That's so cool. I love that. I'm about 2 hours north of you. Not far from Fort Wayne. Martha, you inspired me. I ordered a bunch of containers on Amazon to start prepping my scraps. So on the Zoom I did for New Year's Eve, Martha joined me. The first time I got to meet her, it was really nice to have her on. And she, the whole time, cut up and prepped scraps. It was so awesome. I'm like, you're amazing. And she got them all neatly folded in containers. So I bought some containers, a little bit different than what you have, but for how I want to do mine. And I'm going to start. I might actually do that on one of my lives one night. Prep some scraps. Yeah. So are you a sports fan? Have you been following the IU in the bowl games, Melissa? Actually, my childhood best friend lives in Indy, and she's a quilter too. So I just messaged her the other day. Oh, that reminds me. I got to listen to her message. I'm like, we have got to get together and have a sewing weekend. And I need to see your new house. So it's a win-win. So I need to message her back. not typically IU fans, but it was just so exciting that we've been watching it. So, okay, I do need to go this way. I love a good nested seam. Just so satisfying. And you know, I've been quilting for like a really long time. And I probably just started nesting seams like a year ago. Not even kidding. Yes, controlled scraps lower my stress about them. I agree. And I literally have a wooden crate over here. And I just throw them in there. They're not even, and stuff falls on the floor because it's literally overflowing. So yes, I'm going to take a day, maybe a weekend when I get to stay home, and I'm going to get that done, or I might do it on one of my lives. I find it helps other people and inspiring to get them to, also clean up their spaces and organize too. All right, Deb, thanks for hopping on. Take care. All right, Melissa. Hopefully you get in your sewing room. Have a good night. I'm excited to hear progress on your daughter's quilt too. That's exciting. I love that she's doing it too. All right. I got one block done. I got clue 5 done. I'm so excited about this. I just love this fabric. I'm so glad I chose a batik colorway. It's just something different, something that I don't normally do, but how gorgeous is that block? Isn't that a fun block? I really like the way that came out. Really like the way this block came out. That is so cute. That is so cute. All right, one more to press, and then we will start on clue number 6. If people are still hanging out, I'm going to keep going. And I'll go a little bit longer than an hour so I can get these. I don't want to leave this because then I'll just let it sit and I won't get it done. So if there's still people hanging out with me, let me know. And I'll keep going and start on clue 6. All right. I'm going to press that one more seam over. Get over there. I still didn't. It's not cooperating. Okay. All right. 2 of these beautiful things. I just love the way that block came out. Come on. Okay. I really am excited about that. All right. So what I do is I will take clue 5, the pattern, and the finished blocks, and I'll put it right back in the clue 5 bag. I got them pressed. There it is. And then I'll put it back on my Cotton Cuts box until we get to the end of the quilt. I forget how many months this run. It's 9 or 10. I can't remember. All right, so now we'll start on clue 6. I have it all laid out here. I have my design boards with my pieces. This is the first half. This is the second half. I have them laid out in the order that they get stitched in. This really was a time saver especially for the live, but just a time saver in general. Okay, so we're going to make 2 A and C. I always double check my color key to make sure I've got the right pieces. It's tricky with this one because this is A and this is F. So they're so similar. This one has like a bluish green background and the other one is a white background. So you really have to double check yourself to make sure you got the right one. The nice thing about batiks is there's not really a wrong or right side. That's helpful with this project. I think it makes it go a little bit faster, maybe. Maybe not. Okay. I guess I've only been on 45 minutes. Forgot I was a little late because of my technical difficulties. So that's okay. We're going to keep stitching and chatting. So I made a list of all my whips and then all my unstarted projects. I have a lot of fabric with the pattern that I haven't done yet. So D and E are these two. Do those two together. So I got everything wrote down in a journal or a little calendar planner thing. And I'm going to try to get as many of these projects I've had laying around done as I can before getting new. This fabric's a little wonky. So I'm cruising along pretty good here. I'm doing D and E. Sometimes I just can't get it lined up. Okay. I think we're lined up now. Let's double check myself. Okay, so anybody else have any tips on fabric scrap storage or how you prep your scraps? I think I'm going to cut mine up into like 2.5 inch, probably a 5 inch. I want to make a potato chip quilt. I've never made that, and those are 2.5 by 4.5. So I think if I have enough to do that, I want to try that too. And that's a really fun one to do it all scrappy. My mom made a really cool potato chip one out of 30s fabric. It was really pretty. I'm actually going to quilt it for her when she gets it prepped. Okay. All right, so I got all those half square triangles put together. Love chain piecing. It is so satisfying to me. And I'm obsessed with my snips, my Havel snips. And then what I'll do is I'm going to set my seams all at one time. Okay, so I'm going to press towards C. I have not been following the pressing instructions. It just dawned on me that that's what those arrows are. I haven't had any issues. Oh, Sean's still here. Hi, Sean. But I really just realized, I'm like, oh, that's what that means. I've never paid attention. I've never had an issue with the nesting or anything, so or piecing, I guess. And then we're going to do it towards F. That's kind of funny. I just realized that I'm on clue 6, and I'm like, oh, that's what those arrows mean. Didn't pay attention. I will say this batik fabric sticks together pretty well. Okay, so we have A and C, D and E. I talk to myself, guys. Work things out that way. E and F. So we have A. I just want to double check. See, I had that one backwards. So we have A and C, D and E. And then we have E and F. Okay. So we'll put these together. And then, excuse me, I need a drink. So before my next live, I'm going to do some work on the back end and make sure we get my closed captionings on right. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong with that. And I need to get Nightbot set up so I can have people add their channel links. Which I thought I had it set up, but I honestly don't even know. So I need to do some office work, I guess. Get some things prepped. Anybody else sewing along, or are you just hanging out? Everybody went quiet on me. This is fabric C, and this is fabric D. I need to make 4 of these. I'm just going to keep going so I can keep, I love to chain piece. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see. We gotta make 4 of these, and then we sew these 4 together. Make 4 patches. I'm not doing very good at getting, there we go. Getting myself lined up. So I want to get this clue 6 done. Then I got to finish my binding on my first whip of the year. First completed whip of the year, let me say. Super excited. To get my first whip done. Okay, so now I'm actually looking at the arrow and trying to pay attention to how I'm supposed to press these, because I never did before. And I think I did it wrong. I think I did it backwards. I think it'll be okay. I want you to press all these towards D. I forgot to set my seams. I have a big presser. I love pressing. Does anybody else find that enjoyable? Because I really do. I love me a good pressed block. Whoops. Are you going to be live on Saturday, Sean? So let's take 2 of these like this, 2 of these like this. We're going to make 4 patches. I find these batiks so, like, they just don't slide together very well. Oh. Okay, I need somebody to let me know I'm still on. So they have 8 people watching, but nobody's chatting. So make sure I'm still on. I was having internet issues when I started. So I got to put D and C together and then attach that to A. Thank you, Martha. Martha is in the house. Did you make it to midnight on New Year's, Martha, or did you go to hit the sack? I think Kelly and I stayed on till it was after 2. So I actually didn't go to bed till like 3:30 probably. So it was a lot of fun being on the Zoom with everybody. I feel like everybody got a lot done that was working. Okay, 4 patches. Some of these fabrics are a little wrinkly. I did not try to hit the sack. Too much noise in the area. Yeah. Okay. Make sure I got this going right. I want 2 of these. See, that's staying up past midnight is way past my bedtime. I'm usually in bed pretty early. Or at least napping pretty early. Yeah, I mean, I think in order to be a sewer and a quilter, you have to talk to yourself anyway. Don't you, Misty? That's so funny. I mean, I just want to make sure I'm still working because I had such internet issues getting on tonight. And I'll probably go a little bit past my hour mark just because I want to get this done, because if I don't get this clue done tonight, then it'll just sit. So that was my goal, was to get this done tonight. I'm halfway through clue 6. Yeah. I mean, we get the best advice anyway, right? How is your weather down in Florida? My husband's always asking me who I'm talking to when I'm in here by myself. I'm like, you mind your business. Mind your business. I know what I'm talking about. Clearly, I know what I'm talking about. I have the best advice. I'm usually right. I'm going to nest my seams and pin here just so I make sure that they stay nice and neat. Just a good nested seam just makes life better, you know? We're halfway there. Oh, I feel so good getting both these clues done tonight. And then I'll try to get that binding finished, and then I'll start prepping my next quilt for quilting so I can get these projects done. Just have too many whips. Ouch. Do not recommend you stick yourself. All right. Missy said it's nice during the day. but still chilly at night. Been here too long and my blood has been over 60 is freezing. Yes, I believe that is absolutely a thing. We have a niece in Florida and she was born and raised in Michigan. So yeah, she's definitely cold all the time now. But she's lived in Florida for a long time. So yes, it's different down there when it gets cool. Okay, listen to me, I'm yawning. Okay, Martha, safe travels. Thanks for joining. Okay. Pretty excited to get this done. This is my first Cotton Cuts puzzle mystery quilt, so I'm really excited to see what this is and how it comes out. This will be super fun. Doing pretty good on my nesting tonight. I get excited about that. Okay. Make sure I get this flat. All right. Okay. I think I have to. Nope, that was the block. Okay. So here's section 1 of clue 6. We have 2 of these. Oh, they're so pretty. So pretty. Oh, I got it in the wrong direction. It goes like that. Oh, I think I messed up. I did. I sewed these in the wrong direction because I get confused with these 2 fabrics because they're so similar. Poop. Poop, 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 poop. I might have to flip them around. Well, shucks. All right. I'm not going to do that right now on the live, but I need to take this strip off and flip it. Poo. Poo, poo, poo. Let's go ahead and work on this other block. So I have block D and E. Fabric D and E. We're going to go ahead and work on this one and then hop off here and I'll rip those out and fix them. Sugar Shack. Hey, there's 2 prints in. Well, really that's the worst one because they're just so similar in color. So I thought they were right, and they were not. Luckily, I have a really good ripper. Buddy Jack will come and hang out. My basket of tools. Gosh darn it, that really bums me out that happened, but that's okay. I didn't even finish sewing that and I cut it already. Maybe I am getting tired now. I'm starting to mess things up. Press towards E. And then we're going to rotate and we're going to make a 4 patch. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then we're going to take a B and put an F on the corner. Misty says, I love that. She started off the new year with all new rotary blades, needles, and a new ripper. Even Jack needs to be replaced sometimes. That's right. He does. Actually, I have two. Mine are new as well. Seam fix. And they have a rubber tip on both ends. So when you're ripping and then you need to like pull out the loose threads, you can do that. Getting a froggy throat. So I like it for that. And I have a machine here. So I have tools here and then I have a machine over there in the corner. And I have all the same tools over there too. So I have two sets of everything. I like to be prepared. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Just like sit you for a ride. Sent you for a ride. I hope I just did that right. I don't want to go lay down. Yeah, keep myself up though. Catching myself yawning. All right, so we're going to press our fork patch open. Beautiful job nesting. I love that so much. Makes me so happy. And we're going to make some flying geese. And then you know what? We're almost done. And then I'll let you guys get back to your lives. I have one of those two-ended, small and large, but I find that the rubber end doesn't pick up much. See, I love the rubber end. I actually have been using, I don't know what I had to rip out that I used it so much. I was like, that was really helpful. Yeah. I had another ripper. It was one of the Missouri Star ones, and it actually was not all metal, and it snapped right in half. Because it was like, the ripper part, I believe, was actually made of plastic and not metal. I was like, scared me because I'm in the middle of ripping and it just broke right in half. We're almost done. I will spare you the saga of me using Jack the Ripper tonight and do that off camera. But we almost have the second block done, so I'm quite excited for that. And then I'm going to go check on, see what my hubby's doing. He's probably watching TV. He got to go play out in his wood shop tonight, so that was nice. Now why doesn't this look right? What? Oh, it's going opposite of what I thought. See? Misty says, to be honest, the best ripper I have is one that came with the machine, but it's old and way too small. Yeah, Those are usually good, but they are very small. I need something a little bit bigger. Misty wants to know what my husband was making. He makes lawn furniture as a hobby, so he was painting a glider made out of pine. And the paint color was blue. It's called Blue Eyes. Yeah, he's been making lawn furniture for a long time, just a hobby, and then we usually sell things locally. Been making it for a very long time, like Adirondack style. He makes Adirondack chairs, porch swings, and gliders. All right, I got one more seam, and then we are going to call it a night. And oh, that's so nice, Misty. Misty said, very cool. I used to work out in the shop with my dad. Yeah. I miss it in him, I bet. My husband's very good at it. It's really nice having a handy husband because then I get a lot of things made. Like he inset my sewing machine. See how this is cut out? He did that. I have a shelf over here that my laptop's on. He built that, built my pressing table. He's handy. I can't like him. We just made one of these. Interesting. Most everything, it seems like you make two. This one, we actually made one. Okay. All right. This one we only made one of. Normally we make two of everything. So there's that. I am going to rip this out and get it put back together. I am going to let you go, my friends. And thank you so much for hopping on with me tonight. And I'm going to fix part of my, thank you, Misty, fix part of my Clue 6. And then I'm going to work on some binding. So thank you all for joining me. I'll be back on here Tuesday again at 7 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for being here. Have a great night.